Beautiful day in Southern California as Kyle Larson leads the field out on the first of pace laps here. Welcome to Fox coverage of the Auto Club 400 from Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California, adjacent San Bernardino and just east of Los Angeles. Let's have a look at today's starting lineup.
Boy, all eyes are on our pole sitter, Kyle Larson. Won the Xfinity race yesterday. He's on the pole today. This track suits his style.
Let's take a look at the weather. Kind of overcast, low 60s. Now, if that sun comes out, it absolutely will get very, very slick. These drivers will be looking for grip. The race analysis, 200 laps and 400 miles. There you see stage 1 and 2. 60 laps, the final stage, 80 laps. Pit road speed, keep a watch on that, 55 miles per hour. The fuel window, 40 to 44 laps. And our Goodyear grip level on a 1 to 5 scale, it has no grip. It's down to a 1. These are the drivers that would be going to the rear, including Dale Earnhardt Jr. for that unapproved tire change, Mike.
We're out here in Hollywood. We're probably going to have a Hollywood ending. They say all the gold is out here in California. We're going to find out. A couple of 100 laps here, see who takes the victory lane. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. Oh, trouble. Wow, that almost was a wreck.
Already.
Denny Hamlin did not get going, and look at him stack up in this traffic jam.
Big heavy damage to the left rear of the two.
Man, I don't know how you say. I don't know how Keselowski held on to that car. I'm not so sure he doesn't have a. You think he's got a left rear down?
Usually when we've seen contact like that in the left rear bumper, that fender will get up there and possibly cut the left rear tire.
It's definitely pushed in, right? You can see right there, folks, that thing is pushed in.
Kyle Larson leads the first lap, but look at this inside lane on the initial start.
Oh, he made contact with the 11 of Denny Hamlin. That held him up, and then the domino effect from behind with Newman made contact with the 2.
Yeah, Hamlin just didn't go, and Keselowski was ready. And
well, I think the 2 pushed him a little bit and got the wheels up off the ground, the 11. Yeah, he just made a little bit too much contact on Denny Hamlin.
But Hamlin's car did not take off at the green flag.
A little sluggish.
There's also the aerodynamic disadvantage that may be happening with that 2 car as well as we go up here for third.
Oh, it's a car around.
2 car.
Yeah, I think that
left rear probably went.
I think it did. Now we know why he was nursing it. I think he was probably feeling that coming.
Running 18th, Brad Keselowski goes around. Ready for the restart. After 7 laps.
Try it again, Mike.
Front row did not stop. Paul Menard outside. David Reagan inside. Here we go with Kyle Larson, Matt Kenseth, Jamie McMurray, and Martin Truex right behind.
Well, those first 3 took off, but those behind him certainly didn't. Watch the new tires on Kyle Larson just go right by the outside of Paul Menard.
Goes right up through the middle. He's going somewhere, man.
Kyle Larson to the lead.
No kidding, Larry. He has driven off and left a 42 in the dust.
Now, Paul Menard stopped because he did not stop under the caution.
Well, we talk about fall off when you have an abrasive racetrack like this. He started at Larson started at 38.76. He's dropped all the way down to 42 seconds. So new tires are going to be big.
Here he comes, Jeff. He's coming into pits now.
Martin Truex coming with him, making up a lot of ground there to the yellow line where the speed limit starts. Jamie?
And Cole Perna for the 78 told me this is the best car they have ever had here at California Speedway, saying the car is just a little loose and a little tight sometimes. No changes, just 4 tires, Matt.
And Kyle Larson certainly has been strong of late. He's finished second 4 times in the last 5 races. He told his team the car fired off really strong, but then he was really starting to lose the entry into the middle of the corner. That's where they felt like they were going to lose a lot of their time. Chassis adjustment on this 42 as others are hitting pit road.
Now remember, Martin Truex Jr. made up a lot of time coming into the pits as Kyle Larson was slowing down for his stop, and because of that, Truex is now the leader. Look at the comparison there, a long pit road time. So pretty straight up. The pit crew did a little better job, but that pit cycle may tell a different story.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. This is the 2 laps, including the green flag pit stop. And if you see right there, that 78, not only did it get the job done on pit road, but Martin Truex Jr. got the job done getting on and off pit road. And remember all the issues they had last week at Phoenix. Really paid off on that stop.
And Larry, I noticed that Truex car, the 78, was closing on the 42 right before they made that pit stop. He was a little bit quicker on the scoring monitor here, so he was definitely coming.
And I'm wondering if that's what contributed to the 42 of Kyle Larson to come to pit road. It seemed like he was starting to lose time to Martin Truex Jr. behind him, but also Truex really gained on him coming to pit road.
One note to keep an eye on for later. Paul Menard and David Reagan are now on the same cycle as everyone else. They have an extra set of tires. You see Ryan Newman, last week's winner, Martin Truex, closing in on the 31 Chevrolet, and Kyle Larson closing in on the leader as they try to put Newman and Allmendinger a lap down.
Yeah, I just wonder how much of that damage from the incident at the start is hurting that 31 car of Ryan Newman. One thing I'm noticing between our leaders, Martin Truex Jr. took off after they came off pit road and was really fast. The 42 of Kyle Larson was struggling a little bit freer at the beginning of this run. As the run's gone by, he has started to close that gap. He's got a really good car through this portion of the run.
And Jeff and Mike, that 42 car, Kyle Larson, that's confidence personified right there. That kid has really got his confidence up right now.
Oh, what an incredible move by Larson. Goes right to the middle, doesn't back off, carries a ton of speed, and is actually going to gain on the 78 of Truex right there by splitting 2 cars.
He took a shortcut.
And he picked up 0.3 of a second, about 8 or 9 car lengths, to close right up on Martin Truex Jr., who took over the lead during the green flag pit stop cycle.
It's always funny, though, how you can, you know, he's chased Truex down. He's right there now. Can he get by him? Because that's really the tough part. Once you get up to a guy, you got to figure out how to pass him, get by him. If he does that dive bomb on the bottom again, he might make it.
Well, especially if somebody like Martin Truex Jr., who's running the top, you can get underneath him and get side by side, but the momentum of that outside lane typically wins out, but not right there. Wow, what a strong power move. That's
a slide job right there, because he slid that thing right up in front of Martin Truex. Woo!
Kyle Larson back to the lead. Here's Matt.
McMurray and his teammate Larson both told me they feel like their resurgence is about 100 different things, but one area they can point to, a test session at Pocono a year ago. They found something that really has worked at Pocono, but all the intermediate racetracks, and that has helped boost their program. Right now, he's maintaining in the middle of the corner, but he's certainly gaining a lot of ground, he feels like, on exit at both ends of the racetrack.
Well, these two finished 1-2 in Las Vegas. The order reversed from where it is right now. Truex the winner and Larson second. Chip Ganassi Racing first and fourth, with Kyle Larson and Jamie Mack coming up on 50 laps complete. She is 1 lap down, and there's 1 lap to go in this first stage. Kyle Larson up half a second on Martin Truex Jr. Still working a lot of traffic.
He's looking.
Truex with a big windup at turn number 4. Lap cars high, Larson low, and Kyle Larson, who attended his first race at 1 week of age, crosses the line to get his first stage win under this new multi-stage format.
And leader Kyle Larson went way deep into his box. The crew members had to run and catch up. They've already made a chassis adjustment. His car was tight in the middle of 1 and 2, decent in 3 and 4. Service already complete for Kyle Busch, 13.4. He needed a little bit more help on drive off, but it wasn't bad.
So Kyle Larson will surrender the lead, losing 4 spots.
Let's see if we can dial up our stage 1 winner. Hey Kyle, this is Jeff up in the FS1 booth. You got me?
Hey Jeff, we're on channel 2 again this week.
Hey Kyle, this is Jeff up in the FS1 booth. You got a copy there?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, incredible effort, looking good out there. You know, really impressive. I got to ask you though, normally we see you up top, right up against the wall. You were really making some ground up and making some great passes on the bottom. Did you expect your car to work that good down the bottom?
No, I didn't. We started catching traffic there, and I had to go down there to pass a lapper, and it stuck really good, and I gained ground on the 78, so I just kept committing at it down there and was able to get by him and get that stage win. So good run for our target Chevy. I made a big mistake there on pit road and came in a little hot and locked him up and got too close to the inside wall, so lost some spots here on pit road. Thanks to me, so we'll have to make it up here and try and go for another stage one.
All right, well, good luck making it up. Got a lot of lanes to choose from. Have a great one.
Yeah, thanks.
Kyle Larson will restart 5th after winning stage 1. There was one pin penalty in that sequence. We'll tell you when we come back. Here we go, stage 2.
A little bit cleaner restart here than what the initial start was, I have to say.
I just love these restarts at this racetrack. Look at that, 4 or 5 wide. So much room to race on.
Watch that 42 car of Larson. I mean, he just went right between Boyer and Chase Elliott, just shot right through the gap and headed to the front.
Not only am I impressed with Kyle Larson, but I'm impressed with Chip Ganassi Racing. What an amazing job they've done improving their race cars this year.
High, wide, and handsome. Larson looking for 3rd.
He just drives around Kyle Busch on the outside.
How often do we see somebody just drive by the outside of Kyle Busch?
Not often.
Now he's about to drive to the inside of his teammate, Jamie McMurray.
I would say that young man is in a hurry. He's got that thing in hurry right now. That bottom line is working for him too, Jeff. He can dive bomb down underneath cars and stay down there and come up in front of them and make the pass. I haven't seen a lot of people do that.
It seems like he can make his car work about anywhere on this racetrack.
Well, that bottom's great. It's a shorter distance and a lot quicker if your car will stick down there and you can gas it up.
Here he comes, Jamie.
Car has been really good, just wants it to turn a little bit better in the center. It was an air pressure adjustment last time. 42 locking it up coming onto pit road. 4 tires for the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. They continue to work.
Clint Boyer on pit road as well. Here's Eric Jones in, Kyle Busch. Everybody's coming. Matt.
Kyle Busch coming down pit road. More drivers locking them up on their entry. Kyle Larson in the 42. His car tight through 1 and 2. It was decent through 3 and 4, but then that changed because he just lost everything that he was gaining down in turns 3 and 4. Definitely an air pressure. You can see a grip crank on the wrench there, chassis adjustment. Meanwhile, the 14, they kept telling him, just keep it nice and smooth. We're having a fantastic day. Vince.
And your stage 2 winner coming off turn number 4 to the front straightaway is going to be Martin Truex Jr. Ryan Blaney holds on to the lead lap. Kyle Larson, Clint Boyer,
huge lead.
Chase Elliott, Eric Jones. What a lead. It was 8.5 seconds.
Yeah, that 78 car in that stage, Mike, he just had 2 tenths all the time. 2 tenths, 2 tenths.
Jamie McMurray 6th, Kyle Busch 7th. Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski get stage points. Martin Truex in front. Pit crews at the ready. Field in turn 3. Pit road is open. All right, in the leader's pit, Jamie Little.
Well, Mike, you guys in your analysis has been spot on with the 78. The team just confirmed to me they did not get it full on the last stop, and that's why they asked him to back it down, save as much as you can. The good news is he made it, and on top of that, he won that stage. He told his guys, great job. They've been getting the job done today. Let's see if Martin has as clean of a stop and hits his marks like he's been doing all day. A 4-tire stop, no changes expected here. A tear-off pulled off there. His teammate, the 77 of Eric Jones, having a great day, saying he's very happy with his race car. No changes on that upper left-hand side.
Chase Elliott, upper right-hand part of your screen, has finished 3rd in both stages. Said he just needs more grip, more drive off, which makes it more difficult up top. Wants to feel those rear tires in the track more. Air pressure and 4 tires. Matt.
Kyle Larson and his pit crew, 4 of 6 are new with this team for 2017. Solid stops. He was just way too tight. You can see P.J. Bridey, the carrier, make the adjustment. Meanwhile, Clint Boyer was saying that his car was loose because he'd used up his tires too aggressive, but he needed it to turn better in the center. That's what they focused on.
Thanks, Matt. You saw Dale Earnhardt Jr. come out at the tail end of that line. He overshot his pit stall and had to back up. Here's the race off pit road. Truex, Larson, Elliott. All right, here they come to the Geico restart zone. Martin Truex Jr. chooses the outside. That puts Kyle Larson on the inside. Elliott and Boyer, row 2. McMurray and Kyle Busch in 3. Jones and Logano, row 4. Hamlin, Keselowski, the top 10. 18 lead lap cars, green flag.
Little wheel spin by the 42 of Larson.
I think the 24 did the same thing. It looked like he was wiggling a little bit when they dropped the green.
Nobody that's restarted on the front row on the inside has gotten a great launch today.
Boy, look who got a launch to the center, 1 and 2. Kyle Larson takes the lead.
He just launched that thing down on the bottom, slid it right up in front of Martin Truex, and off goes the 42.
Well, let's remember the last time we had a restart, Larson had trouble in the pits. He started 5th. Chase Elliott started 6th. They had to make up that ground. This time he starts side by side with Truex, but look, Truex fighting back on the inside.
Oh, here they come for 3 wide. Kyle Busch on the bottom. Here comes Joey Logano. Whoa, big
baby.
slide
Hang on,
for Joey. Where are you going?
Trying to keep up with that 18, but it didn't work.
Jamie McMurray around the outside, Hamlin up the inside. It's rush hour in Fontana.
Oh, these restarts are amazing. Everybody's got them all bunched up here, man, and they get all over each other.
I don't think Martin Truex Jr. was too happy with losing the lead right there. He knows how important track position is and being out in that clean air.
Well, one thing I noticed in 42 on the last time, we'll see if he does it this time. You know, he was running high in 3 and 4. He's dropped down into that Martin Truex lane now, and that's paying off.
Let's have a look at this restart. And again, the inside line has trouble getting going.
First 2 cars, Mike, 42 and a 24, both got a little squirrely on the start there.
You know, the leader's the only one that really knows when he's going to accelerate and how aggressive he's going to accelerate. You're anticipating it or trying to anticipate if you're in that second position. That's what makes it a lot easier to spin the tires as you accelerate, to not let that leader get a big jump on you.
Well, we saw that with the 11 on the start. He just didn't go, and then it caused that bottleneck, and a lot of cars got in trouble right off.
Well, I guess you could run this race on just 1 more stop, or for tires, you could run it on 2. Let's go to the leader's pit. Matt.
Mike, that is what they're debating here in the 42 pit of Kyle Larson. Either splitting it in half, that final run to the finish, or break it up into thirds. They're leaning toward the half. Talking to Mike Bugaravich, he was saying they were looking at that strategy as well, splitting it in half. They were telling Clint Boyer, take it easy on your tires. We may have to go a little longer than normal, Jamie.
And I just checked in with Cole Kern, the crew chief for Martin Truex Jr., and I said, all right, when do you guys pit next? He said, I can't tell you that, but he did say we're only going to pit 1 more time.
Yeah, I think where the problem might come, absolutely, you can make it on 1 more stop on fuel, but they went back racing roughly with 73 laps to go. So you're asking a lot more out of those tires. I think for Larson, Truex Jr., Boyer, we just got the reports on them. Yeah, that's their strategy. But if I'm back there, Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, McMurray, I'm going to get off strategy. I'm going to split this thing into thirds, and I'm going to take advantage of those fresh tires.
Well, you know, Larry, as soon as they come in, they start making up 2 seconds a lap on tires. Those leaders have no choice but to come in and change that strategy.
And Larry, don't you think, though, this is the decision that wins you or loses you the race?
Well,
what you do in this, on this next sequence?
Well, again, we said it last week. If you follow the leader, that's what you're going to do, is follow the leader. Get off sequence to try to win this race.
Solid work on the right side. Boyer says the car just much tighter this run.
Here come the leaders. Kyle Larson, Martin Truex, both headed for pit road. Jamie.
And Martin Truex Jr. said, my tires are shot. They said, all right, bring it in. So they're putting 4 fresh tires on. Sticker tires, that is. The car got a little bit tighter that run. No changes once again. A couple more sets of sticker tires laying down here, Matt.
And like everyone else, they're changing their strategy here, waiting on the 42 to hit his box. A close call there by the 78. The guys over the wall, they've been solid all day. This group building chemistry week in, week out. Stephen Price and Mike Roberts, great work there. 18 waiting for Kyle Busch to make his stop. Trouble on pit road with a 48.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson spun coming in, but this is a legal stop. The car is in the pit box. So he spun avoiding the 78 of Martin Truex, who was coming out of his pit.
Truex is a lucky one in that situation there. He almost nailed 78. Watch this right here.
Wow.
Yeah, so Jimmy really cut the 78 Martin Truex a big break. Unfortunately, it cost him a lot of time on pit road doing it. They're already having a rough enough day as it is.
Johnson was one lap down. Now he's two.
Yeah, that was just close, man.
As Kyle Busch is the leader. Got his arm out the window as he drops down toward. Is he dropping to the apron? No. He was waving to a car that let him by without incident. So it's Kyle Busch, then Ty Dillon, 22 seconds back. And then these two, Larson and Elliott, for third.
And we saw Chase Elliott came in a lap earlier. That forced the hand. He's going to have to battle really hard to try to maintain this lead right here, because this could be the battle for the win.
Now, I'm thinking Truex is just right behind these two. He's looking also, so he's going to be up here in the picture very shortly. See him right here.
Here's Martin Truex radio.
What's the change your mind, Cole? What, bud? What he was doing, and we can make it from here. It's just a question whether the tires are going on.
I think these two are going to wreck each other. Oh, my gosh. Woo. These are two young guns going at it right here, brother. Watch this, Jeff. Watch this move.
Yeah, so the 42 of Larson got a big run off the top. Drafted up behind Chase Elliott. Used that side draft. Woo. They knew how important that position was. That could be the difference.
And the weather continues to change. Turn 2 is in sunshine. The rest of the track is now in shade. And Chase Elliott has made up almost 5 seconds on Kyle Larson because of pitting 2 laps sooner than Larson. So Ty Dillon leads a lap and will likely make his pit stop soon, also on a one stop strategy.
This time, 2 red, 4 times a 2.
There's the call. Top of the screen, you see the 2 green and white checkered flags indicating our stage winners, Kyle Larson and Martin Truex. Still anybody's race with 37 to go.
That was Booty Barker that was calling Ty in there. So, yeah, good strategy. Got to lead a few laps here. Good for them. But I got to tell you, I think this is going to be a race where we figure out, has Kyle Larson learned how to win a race? Has he learned how, when somebody's drafting him like Martin Truex is, to make the right move to get to victory circle? And remember, Mike, this is a package that they ran last year. The only race, this aero package, the only race that Larson won last year was at Michigan with this very same aero package.
So Ty Dillon has come to pit road. He will surrender the lead to Martin Truex, who's going to be 2.5 in front of Chase Elliott. 36 to go in California on Fox. .32 laps to go. Let's take a look at how the Coca-Cola family of drivers are faring. Denny Hamlin on the lead lap in 7th with most of his teammates. Joey Logano, they're in the top 10, as is Austin Dillon on the lead lap with 32 to go. There is your leader, Kyle Larson. He has 1 second on Martin Truex and 4 seconds on Chase Elliott. Let's have a look at today's Credit One Bank ones to watch. Jeff.
Well, I've got my eye on the California kid, Kyle Larson. He's putting up a great battle with Martin Truex Jr. He lost the lead there for a second on that exchange, but got it right back. Impressive. He's going for 4 second places in a row. No. He's going for win number 2 today.
So can Kyle Larson, 4 second place finishes in the last 5 races, can he close this out? It's a battle between 2 fast cars, the Chevy and the Toyota.
And you know, Chris, the last time by, their times were just 1/100th of a second apart. Kyle Larson cannot put a wheel out of place, or Martin Truex, you see coming there in the orange car, he will pounce. Truex's car is equally as good. This is going to be man against man to see who gets the win.
And you have in the group Clint Boyer with that streak Larry talked about. You have Chase Elliott, who you talked talked about. So you've got a blend here of 20-something drivers and 30-something drivers. How much does experience matter with 25 laps to go?
I think that's all out the window. These guys are obviously highly talented to be up running the front of a Monster Energy race. So I think it's just man and machine against each other.
Worth pointing out, the last 3 races here at the Auto Club Speedway have gone to overtime. Stay tuned. That's your eBay Motors race break.
Kyle Larson leads Martin Truex by 1 second. Chase Elliott and Joey Logano have made a pit stop and gone a lap down. Kyle Busch in third has 6, 7, or 8 laps fresher tires than anybody else. What will they do? Caution! And that changes everything. Greg Gaulding brings out the caution flag with 21 laps to go.
Boy, really tough break for Chase Elliott right there. That is not what he wanted to see happen.
Nor, I think, what Kyle Busch wanted to see happen. He was content to go the distance without another stop and might have won this.
There were 2 guys that wanted to see that happen, and they're running first and second.
Okay, lead lap cars to pit road with 20 laps to go. Jamie.
Yeah, the 78 hasn't had any clutch issues this week, so their pit crew could just focus on pitting the car, and they've done a heck of a job. Truex saying he lost the tires there a little bit battling the 42. 4 tires. He's so happy to see this caution come out. Meanwhile, Eric Jones, his teammate in the 77, a little bit loose, a little air pressure adjustment for him, and 4 tires as well. Matt?
And Mike Bugaravich in the 14, they were looking at trying to go to the finish. Clint Boyer says that he wants to reverse the changes it made because it makes him squirrely. His words, not mine. Meanwhile, the 18 of Kyle Busch, his balance goes a little bit more to the free side. He was going to try to run him to the finish, as well as the 42 of Larson. His car a little tight down in the center of 1 and 2, an air pressure change on the 42.
Larson, Hamlin, and I wonder if Kyle Busch might have pedaled it a little bit. Well, no, he'll start third. He'll start on the inside. No.
78 had a slow stop. First one all day.
18 laps to go. Kyle Larson in front of Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch. Let's look at the pit comparison between the 2 drivers prior to this caution flag. A long stop for Martin Truex Jr.
At P7. Got hung up coming around the left front there. 4. I was a little deep too. Sorry about that. 10-4. We've been creeping up on it. I should have said something.
The inside lane has had trouble getting going on starts and restarts.
Pretty even right there, guys. Drag race.
Green flag.
Levin putting that nose right up against the door of the 42, trying to slow him down, and Kyle Busch looking.
Everybody looking.
Little wiggle by Hamlin.
Oh,
gets
Hamlin
loose.
got. Oh man, Hamlin lost a
get
bunch of time right there.
Spin.
Around goes Kensen.
Got a spin behind you. We're going to get a caution.
Hard hit with the right front for Matt Kensen. Or left front, rather. Gosh.
And he'll go to that top, or he'll go to that bottom and clear you and take off.
Green flag. 11 to go. Kyle Busch right even with Larson. High goes Hamlin. Trying to shoot the middle. Eric Jones. Casey Kane backing up. Martin Truex moving ahead. Truex into the top 6. With Jones. Drops to the bottom. He's on Boyer. Woo. Martin Truex. What a launch off turn 2 he got. Truex and Jones even for 4th. Off the corner. Larson. Busch slides high.
Whoa.
And here comes Hamlin.
Boy, that's exactly what Kyle Larson wanted to see. Gives him a little bit of breathing room.
Well, you can just see who the aggressive drivers are on these restarts. I mean, Joey Logano, all of a sudden he's up there in 8th place. Where did he come from? These guys are going crazy.
And don't count out Truex yet.
Blaney and Logano both brushed the wall off turn 4 last time by. 10 to go.
Tell you one thing, that 78 car, Truex, he is pedaling hard, man. He's trying to get around
He's going to
Denny
get to
Hamlin
the
right here,
quarter
and I
panel
think he's
and
got
side
him.
draft down the back straightaway on Hamlin here.
Well, that's hard to do when Hamlin has that launch in the high lane, but here comes Truex.
I don't know. Larson has gotten such a huge lead.
Spin, turn 2, caution. Corey LaJoie.
One state away and a whole boxcar full of grip level away.
Well, there's that. Absolutely.
I guess you're right.
All right, what will they do?
Quite a few laps to go. I guess you're going to come.
It'll be, oh boy! Tires for Larson, Hamlin, and Truex stay out.
That's what I'd have done. I don't know what everybody else, that's what I'd have done.
I think this is the right move by these guys on pit road. I really do.
McMurray, so only 3 drivers stay out.
Exactly.
That's all you need.
Matt?
And there was much debate on the radio, the 11, and you saw his final move for Denny Hamlin. He stayed out. They're waiting on the 42. Look for possibly a chassis adjustment. Looks like they're waving that off, but definitely pressure's up for the short run for the 42. Meanwhile, the 18 of Kyle Busch, he said he needed a slight adjustment to make his car better for the short run.
Now Kyle gets out second behind Kyle Larson. Kyle Busch, that is. Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch. But 3 drivers stayed out.
This is so much fun.
I just give Chad Johnson so much credit. That is the toughest call to make from the lead.
Watch that one car on his inside, too.
Yes, Larson's got to battle his teammate McMurray, the 3rd car that stayed out. Green flag in the air. 5 laps to go.
Well, Hamlin didn't waste any time as I'm getting out of here.
Kyle Busch looking on the bottom. In front of him, McMurray, and here comes Larson. Wind him up, let him go.
Oh, what he's got to be careful is not to get boxed in. Oh, man, he's not going to get to the inside. I think
he's
he
in the
really
box.
wanted to make 3 wide.
He'll dive right down there. No, didn't make it. He's
going to have to go the outside here.
But he's got so much grip, that outside ought to work pretty good for him.
Plenty of time. 4 laps to go.
Here.
3 wide, right behind him.
Look at Brad Keselowski on the outside, 3 wide, coming to 3rd.
And Ryan Blaney on the bottom, racing for 5th with McMurray.
Keselowski's car, Heap is all beat up, and he's just digging.
Here goes Larson to the inside.
For the lead, Kyle Larson under Denny Hamlin.
Trouble, turn 2.
Ricky Stenhouse brings out the caution again.
Now the question is, was Larson ahead of Denny Hamlin when that caution came out?
At the last timing loop.
Yeah.
Before the caution.
Pretty sure he got clear of him before that happened. Strategy.
If Kyle Larson's going to seal the deal, he will have earned this one. Yesterday's winner. He's been out front most of today, 106 laps. Green flag.
Boy, once again, the 11 didn't get a great start. But I tell you, that 78 is pushing Larson into the corner. He dives under him.
To the inside. That's going to block the 2.
Whoa, it's going to get a little tight.
Yeah, that's exactly what Larson wanted to see.
Look at Boyer.
Here comes Boyer to 2nd. Battling Keselowski with Larson out front. Logano looking for racing room in the middle. A lot of jostling mid-pack.
Yeah, once that 42 is long gone. Once you get that kind of lead, everybody's bottled up back here. You're not going to catch him.
Truex to 4th, McMurray 5th. Down on the grass is Ryan Blaney.
Boy, this is such tense racing when you're trying to come to the checkered flag, fighting for position.
White flag.
Woo! Now you just pack it in there and hope it sticks.
Remember Brad Keselowski won here 2 years ago, leading only the last lap. Back straightaway, final time.
I think we're past the overtime line. I think we're good to go here. And it looks like Mr. Larson is coming home.
Keselowski dives to the bottom. Not close enough. The California Kid, Kyle Larson, brings it off turn number 4. He, Chip Ganassi, and Chevrolet are going to victory lane in Fontana.
Good job, buddy. You better belt that thing down.
Brad Keselowski 2nd. Clint Boyer 3rd. Truex 4th. Logano 5th. than McMurray.
Yeah, great job, boys.
There's your top 10, top of the screen.
That's a clean sweep for that 42 car for Larson. One yesterday, one today, won the pole.
Great job, Chad.
Kyle Larson is now finished in the top 2 for the last 4 races. And 4 top 2s through the first 5 races in a season, tied for the second most all time. He's our 5th different winner, and Kyle Larson taking home the checkered flag is today's Sunoco fueling victory.
Well, DW, you got it done on the restart that time, a couple of them.
No, it was so much fun. I love the way this ended up.
Oh, man, I love this kid. What a talent. I think that's going to build a lot of confidence for him and this team, as well as that great call by Chad Johnson. That was gutsy. When you're leading the race and you can take tires and not take tires, that is the toughest position to be in.
In 20 years of this speedway, he is only the 2nd driver to win from the pole. Jimmy Johnson did it in 2008, as Larson does an Alan Kulwicki-style Polish victory lap for the fans along the front stretch at Auto Club Speedway. Kyle Larson, your winner.